This is arguably the biggest, most important moment or days of our van build where we're putting, oh, did you get electrocuted already? We are finally at the stage where we can wire all of our electrical.
Pretty exciting to say the least because we put in this electrical a while ago now. Like the very beginning of our build, we ran all the electrical wires to where we need them. And now we finally get to install it all.
Those happy smiling faces didn't last for long. We had no idea that this was going to be one of the hardest weeks of our van build. Installing the electrical really put us to the test.
Good thing we have a master electrician. His name is Paco. He is great. We're running electricity.
Yes, this is our second van build, but we are still learning as we go and taking you guys along for the ride so that you can build an F&A van too. Let's get into it.
To start the electrical, we actually have to do some more carpentry.
We must build a box.
We're gonna show you guys how to make the box around your wheel well so that you can land all of your electrical to it, because we need somewhere to put all the fuse boxes and all the various components that we have to install to make our 12 volt and our DC to DC work properly. So let's get started. This does not look...
I'm doing crafts. I'm doing Alex crafts.
Thank you.
It's not as pretty as yours, but I tried.
Thanks, babe. I'm gonna make a wish with it.
Okay.
I wish that our whole house doesn't burn down from bad electrical. Oh no, I told you. Shit. That means that my wish won't come true and then our house will burn down. I need another one, Frank. Not telling you guys that one.
There is a lot of components that go into our electrical system, so we have to make sure that we have all of our fuses, we have all of our bus bars, we have absolutely everything that we need before we start configuring. Because you have to think about the distance of everything, the amperage that is going through it. It's a lot. Alright, so to build a box real quick, take a piece of wood, slap it down right here. Now you know exactly how far it is that you want to measure out to get your side pieces. We're gonna measure from here. And we got 9 exactly. And then once those are in place, we could get the exact measurement for the one in front.
That was neither quick nor snappy. It took 45 seconds.
That's quick and snappy.
That is neither quick nor snappy.
9 inches, cut.
I'm snappy.
I'm quicker and snappier.
First mistake of the box, we are now gonna go up the wall, which on this side works fine, but unfortunately for whatever reason on this side, it doesn't. Maybe we could just like kick it in or something. Hit it with a hammer, that's always the answer. Now we're shooting the 2 sides going up, and then we're gonna have one piece that goes along the whole top that sits on top of those side pieces to give it extra strength.
My hands are starting to hurt. Can you shoot this thing in already?
So I need to explain a little bit more about...
Stop.
Okay.
Shoot.
So we're wood gluing and nailing to make sure that it's double strong, and also is gonna help make it airtight. I saw another guy on YouTube do it, and it seemed like the right thing to do. So let's go for it.
Next up, we're gonna do the front, but first, we gotta eat some lunch.
So we've just had a very long powwow about this back area, all the electrical, the stuff that we need for the bed, because it's gonna be electrical also, which is really exciting. So now I think we have a game plan, at least for the next best step. We're gonna have to sit down and like draw all this out and like figure it out for real. But right now we're gonna build a little area inside of the box for the fuse boxes to live, so that they're out of the way and all the wires are protected all the time. Frankie made me bleed my own blood.
And nobody makes her bleed her own blood. Nobody.
This is my first blood injury of the van.
The drill slipped because we're in a very tight spot and it got Alex's finger, unfortunately.
Should I put my blood somewhere so that I can officially say my blood is in the van?
You gotta put it on the inside of that thing.
Boop. Oh. It's getting to the point in the day where we're both super tired and not thinking straight. So we didn't actually measure if this piece will fit the 2 fuse boxes before we cut it.
I mean, it's a 9x9. It's a pretty good size.
That's gonna be tight. Okay, so we're gonna scratch this piece and make a new one. The mosquitoes are coming out, but I don't want to give up yet.
I think
I'm not ready to give up, right?
I think it's time to call it, baby.
No, I want to
Tomorrow's
finish
a
this
new
one
day.
piece.
Tomorrow's a new day.
I want to finish.
All right, let's do this piece. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just make it stick out a little bit further and maybe round off an edge.
You could even just do like a freaking straight edge, right?
But I want to make it look cool, you know? I want to make it
Nah,
look
but
cool.
making it look cool takes longer.
But it gotta be cool.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it gotta be cool.
Nobody's gonna see this back.
Come on, it needs to be cool. Alright, I'm making it cool. Yeah, that's how you make it fit.
Ooh. La la.
Up next, we're gonna bring all the wires to the fuse boxes. So we gotta secure them down. First, we're gonna secure these down and then we're gonna lock the wiring in. I guess the main key is making sure that we have everything labeled properly.
That's why we got this.
Make sure that you are sizing everything correctly to your amperage. I am going to be using these hoop connections because this allows it to connect and you don't have to worry about it sliding out. So you're gonna take the screw all the way out of the plate and then place this in there after you've already crimped it to your wire.
We have our first issue. He's wiring the water pump right now. I'm looking for the fridge. What do I find but another water pump? Which water pump is the water pump? And if this is not the water pump, what is it?
And another issue that we have is that where's the line for the water pump? Because the line for the water pump is supposed to be right here. So this got pulled, but never got actually pulled out of the wall.
Oh my god. We're literally on the first one and we're already like...
Oh man, what are we gonna do, babe?
Our temporary solution for now is to do everything that we know for sure, like the fridge and the overhead lights, and then figure out the ones that are currently giant question marks.
Well, so I know that this one right here that says dimmer is that USB there, I think. I don't know. I thought I knew. Now I don't know.
So you guys should make sure that you double check all of your wiring labels before you put your walls up.
I learned a very, 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 very important thing, and that's to label my stuff and check it and make sure it is routed to the right spot before I put the walls up.
Because once the walls go up, you're gonna start crowbarring shit off if you don't know where it goes. And believe me, you don't want to do that.
Taco emergency! He had a bad poop!
Look at his butt.
Oh, the
It's still
butt.
hanging.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's
We gotta have an emergency dog shower.
emergency dog shower.
Oh, poor guy. He sometimes eats hairs off the floor and then they get stuck in his poops. And then his poops do not come and he gets very scared about it. Dog parent emergency.
Yeah, you got
Let's
it.
go.
It's okay though.
Oh, you're all scratched. Good boy, good boy. Good boy. Oh! We've made all of the connections for everything that we're absolutely certain of. This is positive with a corresponding negative down below.
Everything's accounted for when it comes to those lines.
So we just have two random yellow lines.
Two random yellow and blue lines that we have no idea what they go to.
So I'm gonna go back to our original book. You guys will remember that Frankie went through this whole book with you a couple of weeks ago. We'll drop a link to that episode down below. So let's look at the list and see what we're missing. Two sets of lines that say that they are the water pump and neither of them show up anywhere.
Yeah.
What did we do?
Something's behind the walls. Hold on. Hold this. So what I think we're gonna have to do is a continuity test.
What's a continuity test?
We have like a little thing that grabs one side of the wire and then we check the other side of the wire. It creates a full circuit and then it would light up red if it is a full circuit. This is the tool. And what you do is you put it on continuity, this one here. And then when you put these two together, Hear the noise it's making? That means you have a circuit. So you know that that line is fully connected. Yeah. See? Full circuit. So we know that that goes to that. So we're good there. So now we got to do this for everything. So give us a moment while we take care of this. Do you guys think that there's a possibility that the ones that are both marked water pump are the same one? Because that would be ideal. And then everything is perfect and we don't have to test anything anymore.
But now the problem is that he tucked that one water pump wire so down deep in there that we are gonna have trouble getting it out.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Howard, what do you think about electrical wiring?
Man, I don't touch that stuff. It is dangerous.
If you feel the same way as Howard, let us know in the comments down below.
Baby, ready for the confirmation?
All right, let's see. Is
Alright,
it gonna
so-
beep?
Yes! That's what it was. So we didn't mess up. Perfect, that's beautiful.
All right, time for 120 volt outlets to get powered.
A huge helpful thing is on the back of this one specifically, it says hot wire, white wire. So your white wire is your neutral, this is gonna be your hot, and then this one right here is your ground wire. So this one goes to the green side. That's it, simple as that. Put the wire in here, have it held by that, and then bend it around. You want nice, tight connections, especially in a van, because you're like in an earthquake all the time, so you don't want them going anywhere. I'm gonna tape around the sides here. That way this part's nice and dressed, so that way we don't have to worry about anything hitting those wires. And we're also, it's an extra layer of protection, so why not? We gotta get her in now. This is the hardest part of it all.
The next outlets are all a little bit more tricky. So we've daisy chained the outlets together, which means that the first one is connected to the second one, is connected to the third one, is connected back to the battery. The first one that we just showed you is the end of that chain. So there's only one wire coming to it. This next one has two wires coming to it. And I can't put out my second finger because I'm holding screws. Two.
We're just matching all the colors together. This way we can stay in parallel. So we're gonna take a third line and we're gonna run it to our white, which is where we wanna run this one normally. Makes your life a lot easier if you get it on the outlet first. So we got our outlet ready to go. And now all we gotta do is lock them onto the lines here. Once again, black to black, white to white, ground to ground. Good to go. Tape it up, lock it in. We got to get all these batteries wired together and running to these, as well as getting all of our circuit breakers and everything put in place.
Sounds like a lot.
There's a lot. There's a hell of a lot. More to do. More time. Can we get it done? We only have, what, like 50-something days left before we have to be at Van Fest? 60 days left before Van Fest. We're pressed for time, and we got to make this thing look perfect. Because I want everybody to come around and be like, damn, look at that rig. You know what I mean?
Last night I got a little bit crazy with painting these boxes. I think they look amazing, but the fumes were getting crazy, so I had to turn the blower on, and you know what happens when you have a big fan in your face.
I am going to be wiring these guys. These are going to be going into the back of the inverter charger. That way we have power to all our 120 outlets. So it's pretty simple. You just wire these guys in, close this up, good to go. And then I got a bunch of more wiring I'm gonna have to do. So we're gonna have to get these batteries secured. We got a lot going on. It's not just 120, it's everything. So I went to do this one. It looks like it's all good, but the problem is the hot wire. This screw isn't actually pulling it in the way it's supposed to. So the lesson here is buy at least one extra, so that way if one of them is not good, you have an extra to use. This is van building for you. Every time you do something, something happens, and then you're kind of stuck with this thing. So what we're gonna do is, instead of continuing or having to go to the store with this, we're gonna move on.
Next up, we have our 40 amp Grape Solar MPPT controller. This is what's gonna take the power from the solar panels and charge the batteries. I know a thing or two about solar system. We're gonna mount it to the top of our box here. The wires from the solar system are in the box right now, so we're gonna pull them up and into it as soon as Frank figures out how to mount it.
This right here is a template, but this is actually meant to be mounted vertically on a wall. So we're trying to mount it horizontally, which is different. This should be sticking out further. Like, I don't understand why the heat plate doesn't stick out further.
What's the problem?
Every time you move, this is just gonna rattle around.
You gotta drill them down further.
We'll try your first solution.
Excellent.
Now it doesn't slide in.
See, I'm always the positive, upbeat one, coming up with solutions. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, look, that didn't end, did you go?
Well, that's how it's staying, so.
Come from right here. Boom, boom. Zoop.
Come out and then go in.
Yeah.
I like that idea a lot more.
Okay, no problem. I'm the ideas guy. Frank, my box.
Shut up. So the leftover that I cut off is actually going to be the part that comes from the actual charge controller to the battery system. So save your extras.
In case you were wondering, we wired our 2 Grape solar panels months ago, it feels like now. So we'll put a link down below so we can show you exactly how to wire all of the solar components on the roof to get the wire all the way down here.
So the main thing is you want to keep all the strands of wire, because when you start taking away strands of wire, you have the improper size of wire to then handle your load. Now we're going to wire from the MPPT controller down to the battery bank. This is a 10 gauge wire, so we're going to use a 10 gauge fitting to slide over the top. Get that whole bad boy crimped up there. To our negative side, go to our negative side, and positive to positive. I'm going to heat these guys on there. That way we have a really good connection. We never have to worry about this coming off. So there we go. Look at that, professional. I just want to make sure this works, and I'm going to connect it to the battery, and we're going to see this Grape solar come on if it works properly. There she is. And now all we got to do is pop in the panels upstairs, and we'll see that number change real quick. What are you doing up there?
I'm cleaning the solar panels.
She's cleaning it because it's wired and pulling in power right now. We got 13 volts right now.
It feels so good to see the lights on that turn on, and you know that the juice is flowing and your electrical is coming. Yeah. The reason that we can't fully connect the system right now is because we need a special connector tool or crimping tool. Look how big this wire is. This is 2/0. It's gonna go from the battery to the battery, but we need a crimping tool to make it look like this with the connectors on the end. So we have the connectors, we have the heat gun, we have the shrink wrap stuff, but we need the special crimping tool that none of the hardware stores around here sell apparently. So we had to order it online. We're waiting for it. As you can see, crimping is tricky.
It's not easy. These things are really hard to get on there.
So imagine doing that for a wire that's like 3 times as big.
Literally.
You really need the hydraulic tool for it.
Go get the skip.
Hi.
Skip. Hi, skip. Up. Come on, skip. Oh, good boy. Ooh, shit.
Did you just electrocute yourself a little?
No, I just had a nice little spark though.
Ooh.
Let's see. Oh, the positive side's already in, that's why.
So you should do negative first?
Yeah, I think we're supposed to do negative first, but let's see. So let's try this one more time. We're gonna lock our negative side on first. Let's see if we get a spark here too. No.
So you definitely want to do your negative first.
Yep. All right, so I'm gonna flip our breaker for our solar. Our solar panel, it should be coming on now. Looks like we have a solar panel blinking. We're waiting for the charge to come in. There it goes, MPPT. We're gonna make sure that we're set up for lithium. So we're charging our battery bank. As you can see here, we have our fuse box ready going. So this right here is our refrigerator. The Iceco fridge actually comes with a 15 amp fuse as well, so you'll have 2 fuses, one here and one at the refrigerator. So if anything ever goes wrong, check both fuses.
So basically everything that you have plugged into this fuse box, you want to check the user manual or Google online what size fuse you need for it to size it properly. But so now we're going to test out and see if the system is going to power our Iceco fridge. The most awesome thing about this fridge is that we're giving one away. If you haven't seen on our Instagram, we're giving away this exact fridge right now. You gotta enter today because tomorrow is the last day to win. They are the leaders in RV refrigerators. You definitely are gonna love this unit if you're building right now. If you wanna upgrade the fridge in your unit, this 60-liter fridge is freaking amazing. Go and check it out because you could win it. The other great thing about this fridge is that it can be 12 volt or 120 volt. You guys know that we had it in the house at 120 volt for a while. This is our first time trying it with 12 volt. Because it's super crazy insulated, it's still 65 degrees in there, nice and cool, which is amazing because it hasn't been on in weeks.
And it's hot outside.
Yeah, I'm very warm.
It's definitely like 75 at least.
Thank you, Iceco, for sponsoring this giveaway. If you want to win, be sure to go check out our Instagram right now.
All right, time to test the fan.
Wow, 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 wow. That's so high tech. Holy smokes.
Should we turn it the other way?
Babe, our electricity is working.
Would you doubt me?
The electricity is working.
Did you ever doubt me?
Just like a minute there when we couldn't figure out what the water pump was. I am super pumped. If you guys want to see how we're actually going to connect all these batteries together once we have the proper tool, be sure to subscribe because you don't want to miss that part where the electrical system actually comes together. Electrical!
Electrical, that's a new word for today. We're using electrical in our F&A vlogs
Yes!
from now on.
Our electrical is happening!
Let's get electrical. If you are out there building the van right now, make sure to click this playlist right here.
We've got everything you need to know to build a van, make it a beautiful tiny home on wheels. You don't want to miss it. So we'll see you over there.
Have an F&A day.